So Riverway going into Basingstoke Canal. We are at the beginning. There is no 0 mile marker. Well, there shouldn't be really. We can tell this is the Basingstoke Canal because there's a sign just here. Because it says boom. We start. Colin?
Let's do it.
Practice run for Le Dutch. And we're off. The time is, because we are running a little bit later than normal, expected, because we've had to do a mile and a half to get to the very end. It's 6:15 in the morning, and we're just waiting for the first 0.5 kilometre marker to appear, and then we know we're definitely on the way. So speak to you very soon. Lock 1, and that is a good I'm obviously not going to film every kilometre marker, but I'm going to do the first couple because they are just good fun. Half a kilometre. Boom. Okay, 1 kilometre, and we're now at our second lock. We've done up 1.5 kilometres. And we've now passed the bit where we actually join the canal. So, and we come up to another lock, which I think is lock 3.
So a bit quicker than I thought, actually.
It's about 10 to 7 now. And I think we're at lock 5 now. And obviously used up a good half hour in getting on the canal and then walking into the right direction, but now we are motoring and we're doing a good pace. A 3 kilometre marker. Yeah, 46.5 to go. I'm missing some of these out, but 4.5 kilometres. Okay, so we're pushing on to 5 kilometre marker in a few minutes, and we've got ourselves a lovely big road bridge that we're going under. Colin, later on in the canal walk, there are a couple of bridges which are ridiculously low. 5.5 kilometre marker. We're on the outskirts of Woking, coming up to another road bridge, and we're doing good for pace, but backpacks are starting to ache a little bit and we're starting to warm up, so I might have to stop shortly and just do an adjustment. Okay, we're now in Woking and we've just got across the side. Just coming down the ramp, we're now on the right hand side of the canal, and Woking Town Centre is just there, so we push on. 8 kilometres, loads of locks all in a row now, so obviously there's a bit of a step up now in the journey.
This is probably showing this next rise up here on the block rock.
Coming up to lock 9. Lock 10. 19 to go. So we're heading towards St John's now, past Woking. We're about 1/6 the way through and it's starting to ache a little bit, but it's so early in the day, 8:05. 10 kilometres, it's 8:30 on the nose. We've gone through St John's, now we're going on to kind of Knapp Hill and Brookwood area. 10.5 kilometres. See little canal boats right on the, oh look, there's little Canadian geese chicks. Geese chicks, how lovely are they? We are on the left hand side of the canal, and there's actually a path on the right hand side, and me and Colin have just had this weird moment where we've kind of looked at each other and gone, we're on the wrong side. I hope this isn't a dead end, otherwise we've got to walk a mile back and then go up the right hand side. But fortunately it looks like there's going to be a crossover bridge where you can go back onto the road and across. So Colin's vaping. We're having a few quiet moments, aren't we, Colin? Yeah. We've done a lot of talking, so we need to bring it down a level and just conserve energy. Just done a couple more locks. We're back on the right hand side. We just stopped into a petrol station just to pick up a couple of bars of chocky. That's lock 14, so we're halfway through on the old locks because Ashvale will be 29. So we're nailing it. And exciting times. There is a Basingstoke Canal Ranger. Brookwood railway station is through there somewhere. And also the cemetery, and we're down 12.5 kilometres of the actual canal, so we are a quarter of the way through. Happy days. It is 9:05. I don't know if Colin's actually enjoying the walk because he's just basically stuck on gadgets. Just past another lock and we're back onto the left hand side of the canal. We're obviously going along the railway track by Brookwood. Railway track's up there, and another lock's coming up. Sun's right behind us. It's 9:15, coming up for 9:20, and it's getting quite warm. Pleased that I wore layers. Cowshot Bridge. Lock number 19. 10 to go to Ashvale. Just stopped for a bit of lunch, so we've got sweet corn peas, boiled rice, Uncle Ben's rice, and chicken pieces. So just got a little gnosh. It is 10 to 10. Just stopped for a bit of brekkie. 15.5 kilometres. But me and Colin are both starting to pick up a couple of little niggles. Colin's got a couple of sores on the balls of his feet. I've got very warm, tender knees, and my right calf is starting to ping a little. But I think it might be because we're cold, because we've started off again. Coming up to another lock. It's very picturesque, beautiful, and me and Colin just doing a do. Marker 16 kilometres. We're right by the railway line, right by the canal. We've just gone past lock 25. Seventeen kilometre. Okay, we come back onto the right hand side of the canal now. We're at Mitchett. We've just popped into the Harvester to go to loo and grab a Coke. And what it looks like, we're at Frimley Park Lodge. Frimley Lodge Park. We're now just going to tick along. And hopefully we'll get another kilometre marker coming up soon. Frimley Park Lodge is back there. We've just done the 19.5 kilometre marker. 20 kilometres. I think this is Grey Bottom Flash, and it is massive, and it means that we are a couple of miles away from Ash. So let's just say We started at 6. We might need until 6 PM to cut this, because we've done quite a few stops, because we've had a few aches and pains. 12 o'clock now, so we've got another 25 and a half going that way, so it's going to take us a good 6 hours. 24 kilometres, and we're by Ash Furnishers, so happy days. So 25 and a half kilometres to go. We're officially halfway through, 10 past 12. 24.5 kilometres. We are at Ash Vale, whereby the Ash Lakes. Willow Lake is over there. We're coming over to the BVR Canal Bridge now, which is really exciting.
Canal. And some that's from that direction. There's Colin in the distance, doing a bit of vlog. Over the Black River, flows all the way down that way.
Okay, we're going over the BVR now, and this aqueduct that goes across it. You've probably seen it loads of times. It's like almost like a green tube underneath, and it goes across the BVR, which links kind of Camberley and Frimley all the way up to towards Farnham and the Hog's Back. 20 past 12, so we're good. So there's Ash Lakes over there. Anyway, another marker, here we go. 25 kilometre by Ash Lakes. Happy days. I haven't actually got any drink left, so gonna have to start plotting now where I'm gonna recharge for drinks. If I don't go Pontel Bridge will probably make the most sense. Reading Road to have garage could be a winner, or home. Just pop in, get rid of some of the stuff I don't need, things like a hat, a rainproof jacket, a zip-up cardie. By then, my lunchbox, get rid of it, don't need that weight. It's absolutely agony. Okay, we're at Ashvale, Government Road, Ash Lock, the last lock, and we're well over half. We've done 25 and a half kilometres. It's just 24 kilometres that way. So we're stopping for lunch. So we've got on a picnic bench, and we're just going to stop for 20 minutes and just get this done, and then crack on. Okay, just had a break, 5 to 1. We're leaving Government Road, Ash Lock, the last lock of our Basingstoke Canal walk. I think lock 29. So yeah, so we're at this point, over halfway, 7 hours down, 5 to go, and it's going to be a real push. We've got some music, which we're going to have in one ear, so we can shout at each other when there's bikes, but the music is motivational and is to help us just keep the pace going. 26 kilometres, 23 and a half to go. Happy days. 27. Got music on now, so we're motoring. Past 1. We've gone past Queen's Road Bridge. Got another kilometre marker coming up, and Colin's a machine. He's doing it now. Look. 21 kilometres to go. Rock and roll. Claycott Wharf. It's a lot easier in music. Colin's just pointed out, when you've got a tune on, if you've got beats per minute, let's say 150, every other beat you can do a step, your cadence goes up. You can go from walking 40 steps per minute, maybe up to 60, 65. You're literally just pacing it. It's a 29.5 kilometre. Illmill Bridge, 30 kilometres. We're really getting into it now. As Colin summed up, as soon as you get to 25, it's going to start reeling in, because you start going from, not quite halfway, to now 40% to go, 35% to go. 31 kilometre marker. So just 5.5 kilometres until we get back to my house. Drop this kit off. Exciting times. 31.5 kilometres. We're at Norris Bridge. Oh, sick rep. Coming up to the 32 kilometre marker. My right knee on the outside is starting to pinch. 32 kilometre. Coming up to Pontail. Starting to pinch a little bit now. That's Pontail Bridge done in Fleet. And 32.5 kilometre marker. So we have got 17 kilometres to go. How are you doing?
Feeling it now. Feeling it.
What's the worst part?
It's just the ball of my feet. I think it's because of all this uneven ground, I think. Obviously with sharp stones sticking up and stuff. And it's what's doing it.
What?
I'll look 2 seconds there. Caught my foot when that bike went past.
Oh, my feet are throbbing. Oh.
It's this stuff. It's all the uneven where it all jaggeds up, you know what I mean? It's like...
34.5. We're on Glen Road now. Little offering of bluebells. We're on the Basingstoke Canal. We are between 36 and 36.5 kilometre markers. Literally 400 yards away from the swing bridge. Okay, it's Paul. We've just done a detour just after the 36.5 kilometre marker, and unfortunately Colin has had to bail because his inner soles had this arty pattern and they were causing him to have blisters. I've lightened my pack, I've recharged with water, I've taken 3 paracetamol, I've got myself a Coke, and I'm going back to the canal to pick up from the swing bridge, 36.5 kilometre marker, and we're heading to the end. Let's do this. So we're back on the canal, coming up to the 37 kilometre marker, and probably my most nostalgic part of the Basingstoke Canal, Poulter's Bridge. Okay, we've gone past Exchequer's Bridge on Crondall Road. We're now making a beeline, kind of going into Dogmersfield. Cows sitting down in the field. You know what that means, don't you? Might be a bit of rain coming. Mother f***. Get up! You f***. There's a few cows actually sitting down over there. Look at this. This is corn for Andy. Look at that. Oh my god, look. This one having a shit. Oh my god, Andy Bowman would love this. He's arched his tail up. He's definitely gonna, I think he's constipated. All the other cows are looking at me because I'm shouting because I've got headphones in. Oh, mile marker. Here we go. 11.5 to go. We can do this. We can do it. There you go, Colin. There's dragon's teeth there. They go back probably about 9 or 10 deep, and they go across the canal. And then there's a pillbox there. It's overcast, and yeah, we're good. It's 4 o'clock, well, 5 to 4, and I think we're coming up to the 39 kilometre marker. Right, 39 kilometres. 39.5. I've just slowed up for the last kind of few minutes because I've been getting some water. This path is killing my shins. It's really narrow and bobbly, and yeah, it's just not good. It's 4:14. We've just passed the 40 kilometre marker. There's Tundry Pond. We're walking all the way around it. I could cut through and knock a few kilometres off. Lovely Bloombell Meadow coming up. And we are doing good. We are doing good. It's 20 past 4. Adele will be phoning me up soon to find out whether I need picking up from a pub yet. I'm going to tell her to hold off just a little bit longer. Another mile marker. Is this 41? Yeah, 41. 42.5 kilometres. 7 kilometres to go. So what road? We're at Basingstoke Bridge. That's the one we're at now. So just going through that now. And here's another mile marker. 43. Started spitting with rain, didn't it? And I left my jacket at home to save a bit of weight. Gutted. Do you know what I mean? It's all choices. Oh, hello, look. 43.5. 6 kilometres to go. Sprat Hatch Bridge. That's the one that takes you to Tundry Pond. I would take a walk up there and show you Tundry Pond from the other side, but I can't. I got to push. 6 kilometres ain't gonna just magic itself out of thin air. There is officially 1 hour left of this walk, and I've got to bring it home. 44 kilometres. 5.5 to go. Oh look, it's a deer. .5, big pylon. .45 kilometres. Oh, it's still raining. Oh, I'm getting tired. I think we're in line with a hunting lodge. Yeah, hunting lodge, known as Wilkes Water, site of Henry VII's old hunting lodge. It's located 100 yards from the canal, a short walk east from Broad Oak Bridge. So, 4 kilometres to go to the end. I've got half a kilometre to go to the Odium bypass bridge. It's 5:25, so we're at bypass bridge. This is the road at the end of the Odium bypass. You hook a right and you're heading towards Hook and Tilney Hall, and there's a bridge that goes over the canal, and this is it. I've got a kilometre marker and we're on 46. So Odium Wharf, just a little sniver to go. Colt Hill Bridge is what we're going under now. And there's the famous John Pilkington, not John Pinkerton 2. That's what you go on boat trips along the canal in the spring and summer. Just over 1.5 kilometres to go. Before we get to the Odium Castle, there's one bridge left to do, and it's like Swing Bridge, but it's got a red and white cut-off fence. And there you go, straight after their last Swing Bridge, 48.5 kilometre. We have got just over 1,000 metres to go before we can call this May the 1st, 2019 Basingstoke Canal walk a success. Odium Castle, King John's Castle, a historic site. This is it now, kids. It's getting quite emotional. This one's 49. Okay, we have got about 700 yards before we get to Greywell Tunnel. Oh, it's 6:10. I've been walking on and off for 12 hours. .5. We're on the last dregs of the Basingstoke Canal, and we're probably 300 yards away from the Greywell Tunnel. So there you go, end to end, I've done it, And now I'm going to walk over the Greywell tunnel in order to go to the Fox and Goose. So I'm above the Greywell tunnel now, looking back down the canal. 50 kilometres that way. It's where we were best part of 12 hours ago. Job done.